the books, can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam, it's time to break one for cover. Call the morning steam, it's time to break one for cover. Bet's gonna cover, bet's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money betting with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, and a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Monday, October the 6th. We've got a short show, and I know you like that, but we've got some important games today for sure, including Major League Baseball, 2 playoff games from the National League, and one game from tonight, Monday Night Football. And we'll be here live tonight on the Sports Money Network in conjunction with Razor Sharp Picks. And we'll have live companion coverage of the Chiefs and the Jaguars tonight. We'll preview the game in just a moment. And we'll also talk about yesterday's games. And we were together yesterday with Razor and the guys for the Monday night game here yesterday between the Patriots and the Bills. And, hey, we did score some winners there in that one with the Pats and the Bills. We had the under here on the show yesterday morning. So we had several winners here. I thought yesterday was a pretty good day, and it was an exciting day of NFL football. And, oh, man, we saw some things that we hadn't seen. We saw some comebacks for sure. We saw a lot of comebacks for sure. Not all by the favored team, right? The dogs kind of came in through too. Take a look at some of the action from last night in just a moment. But I want to say hello to the chat all-stars. Hello, stars. It's me and Bobby Mack. That's it. No one's coming today. We've got a couple dozen of them in here right now ready to go with the show, but we'll give it another minute or two and see if we can't round up some folks here to say hello to me and help me along here with the coverage. But let's just get into it then. Let's review a little bit. Let's see if we can't get some folks in here to watch the show. Otherwise, I might not ever do it again. Coming in here on a Monday hot, and we want to see some folks in here, but what a day of action, and it started early here. Yeah, maybe I was the luckiest capper, although we did have the under yesterday here on the show with the Vikings and the Browns. And, well, I think it did sneak over there, no doubt, but the Vikings got the win. And I did have a premium pick winner over at Tony's Picks.com with the Minnesota Vikings there, laying the 3.5 points as they got it done with Carson Wentz. 236 yards and a touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 7 catches, 123. Dylan Gabriel looked pretty good, 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. And did we say Quinshon Judkins would have a big game yesterday? We were right. 110 yards for Cleveland, but it was Minnesota that got the win there yesterday. And the winner here for us with the Vikings in that one. Miami and Carolina. Was Carolina getting the win here yesterday, and I had another premium pick winner over at Tony's Picks on the Carolina Panthers. Yeah, I had the Panthers in one of those comebacks. Wait a minute, was it a comeback by the Panthers, or did the Dolphins come back originally in that game? Rico Dowdle, 206 yards rushing. Bryce Young, 196 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tua, 256 yards and 3 touchdowns. Miami, however, just 14 yards rushing. That's costly, but it was Carolina getting that win, and we did have a premium pick selection there yesterday in that one. All right, Cowboys and the Jets yesterday. Cowboys with a winner. Hey, I had a premium pick winner over on the Win Club yesterday with the Cowboys. Taking it over the Jets there yesterday. Dak, 237 yards, 4 touchdowns. The Dallas defense with 5 sacks. I was saying that they were lacking a little bit ever since the Parsons trade. They traded practically with all their defensive effectiveness, but the 5 sacks were big time yesterday. Javonte Williams, 135 yards rushing in the win for the Jets. Justin Fields, 283 yards and 2 touchdowns. Breece Hall, 113 yards rushing, but the Cowboys pretty much clubbed them in the end and got the win easily on the road. And they're having a lot of fun this morning with the talking bad about the Jets here. Maybe the worst organization in the league right now. I guess if you can't beat Dallas, that's a problem. All right, it was the Colts smashing the Raiders. We did have the Colts here on the morning steam yesterday. Said they would roll the Raiders there for sure, and they did in the victory there for the Colts, taking them down and getting that money with ease yesterday as the Colts rolled over the Raiders. Daniel Jones, 212 yards and 2 touchdowns for Indiana Jones. Jonathan Taylor, 3 rushing touchdown. The Colts defense, 4 sacks, 2 interceptions, a block punt. You got to have one of those in the NFL today. Geno Smith, 228 yards and a losing effort. Pete Carroll, no answers, 1-4. He's feeling the heat right now. Like, he's just hanging on with a job at 74 years old and taking the Raiders down with him. The Colts smashed them, and we had them here yesterday. Also, we had the winner on the morning steam with the Broncos and the Eagles game to go under as Denver won it 21-17, and it went under there. Bo Nix, 242 yards and a touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 8 receptions for 99 yards and a huge game. Jalen Hurts, 280 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, but the Denver defense had 6 sacks. The Eagles led 17-3 before falling behind 18-17, and then another late field goal made it 21-17. And ironically, when the Eagles went for a Hail Mary, they had both of their whining wide receivers down there, Devonta Smith, A.J. Brown, both in line trying to catch that pass, and they got in each other's way, and it fell to the turf. So not enough balls, not enough receivers. I don't know what's going on, but the Eagles did lose after being favored in that game by 4 points and blowing a lead there for sure as Denver comes back. Denver's looking pretty good with that defense and a little bit of Bo Nix in there. Hey, I did have the winner here with my premium picks over at Tony's Picks in the game between the Giants and the Saints. I had the Saints in this one, 26-14. They scored on an 87-yard punt return. They scored on an 86-yard touchdown pass. Spencer Rattler finally got a win. I had him. I said take the Saints as a premium pick, and Rattler 225 yards. I said these guys, he's not going to be shy. He's already lost all the games in a row. Just go out there and fire, and he did. Jackson Dart 202 yards, 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions, and then the Giants had 3 fumbles. That's losing football. The Saints win against the Giants. All right. Couple more results here. Texans and the Ravens. Worst home loss in John Harbaugh's career. The Ravens aren't done, though, and they may provide you with some opportunities here to get in on them if you think they can come back and surpass the Steelers once they get healthy, but they will have to recover from a 1-4 start. Still just 12-1 to win the Super Bowl. Still the 6th shortest odds right now for the Ravens, despite a 1-4 record. But maybe you want to get involved here with the Steelers and first place in the division, and everybody lost in that division except for the Steelers, who had a bye this week. Titans and the Cardinals, and it was the Titans. Man, great win. Cam Ward finally gets a win. They went at 22-21, 265 yards for Ward. Calvin Ridley showed up, 5 receptions, 131 yards after I was critical of him so far this season. Basically said that's where the Cardinals would win because they're not getting enough contributions. But the Titans defense, 3 fumble recoveries, 3 sacks. Kyler Murray, 220 yards, but they lost it there. And the Titans not only covered, but they won yesterday. All right, another one. Buccaneers, Seahawks. We did have the over here yesterday on the show. Said go over with the Buccaneers and the Seahawks. And we had a premium pick winner over on the Win Club with the Buccaneers plus the points. We touted them. I even said on the show there over on the Nuke the House channel with Holden Kushner, watch out, Buccaneers are live to win this game, and they did. 38-35 behind Baker Mayfield, 379 yards and 2 touchdowns. He outgunned Sam Darnold, who had 341 yards and 4 touchdowns, but JSN, 8 receptions and a losing cause, 132 yards because it was Igbuka with 7 receptions, 163 yards. He cashed big time. We said he would. And also Chase McLaughlin kicked a key 39-yard field goal, and he's Mr. Clutch around these parts now as the Buccaneers got the win on the road. Lions and Bengals. Hey, we had a winner here on the morning steam with the Lions. Said they could go out and take care of business against the Bengals, and they did just that, winning by 13. Jared Goff, 258 yards, 3 touchdowns. The Lions defense had 3 interceptions of the Bengals and a couple of sacks and got the win. And, well, the easy cover, actually. In the end, it felt like, even though you were laying 10 points, we said go ahead and do so. All right, my Chargers, really weak effort here. They blew a 10-0 lead, gave up 27 straight points, and lost to the Commanders, who looked pretty good with the defense. 5 sacks, interception, fumble recovery, 6 tackles for loss, 9 QB hits on Herbert, and the Commanders looked good. Jaden Daniels, 231 yards and touchdown. Bill Merritt, 111 yards rushing, and Debo, 8 receptions, 96 yards. The Commanders, man, were in charge. They had a 99-yard drive at the end of the game to make sure and make it no doubt in one of the biggest blowouts of the day, as Herbert could only manage 166 yards passing. He actually had to run for 66 yards, did have a touchdown, but he threw an interception. He was sacked 4 times, and the Chargers, un-Harbaugh-like, are committing a lot of penalties. 10 penalties for 85 yards in that one. All right, and Sunday Night Football, I had a pretty good effort here with the Patriots. We had the Patriots there on the road, and we also went with the under there pregame, and I hit all 5 of my prop plays on the broadcast yesterday as well, including Dalton Kincaid, over 3.5 receptions, Drake May, over 229 yards passing, Stephon Diggs, over 49.5 yards receiving, Hunter Henry we took in the second half to go over 35.5 total, and he scored that. And then on the last play of the game, we cashed our 5th prop with Palmer as he went over 31.5 yards with the final play of the game to sweep the board 7-0 last night on the broadcast as New England won it on a 52-yard field goal with 3 seconds left. The Patriots had 3 takeaways in the game. Drake May, 273 yards. Stephon Diggs, 10 receptions for 146. Josh Allen, 306 yards of total offense, but James Cook had an off day for sure, and it was the Patriots getting the win and the upset. Really nice job there by the Patriots. They're back, kind of 3-2 record. And, of course, we'll get into it with the Chiefs. They've won a couple in a row, and they'll try to get it done for a 3rd straight. Let's say hello to a few more folks now. We're moving closer here to our 3 previews, and we'll have maybe a little pro basketball as well. All right, Nick Handy is here. Textiles joins us today, and Jimmy Lambo is here as well. He was happy for Diggs and the Patriots to win that game. Good morning to Twisted here. Jimmy also joining us. Jimbo as well. Chosen One is here. He had a good day with the Broncos, Commanders, Saints, the Panthers, and the Patriots. Wow, great job, Chosen One. And hey, we did have some other winners yesterday in the sports, as we did have here on. Let's see what we have on the show here. We had the first five under with Detroit and Seattle as they got it done, and we had a premium pick winner with the Win Club with the Mariners last night over the Tigers, and they're 1-1 in that series. Tigers still have wrestled the home field advantage from Detroit. Toronto won both of their games over the Yankees at home by a decisive margin. The Yankees will be playing from behind for sure when they return home for game number 3, as Toronto clubbed them yesterday. And WNBA, the Aces really hammered Phoenix to take a 2-0 lead in the series there, and Phoenix will go back home, but they're down 2-0 in the best of 7 WNBA finals. All right, that should do it for the previews today. Not much else was going on. I don't think there yesterday worth too much action. I did see the golf wasn't really that big a deal this week, and I didn't really fare that well with my golfers, and Steve Bisk with the win, but I wanted to make sure we knew about Vince Whaley. If you saw the highlight of the weekend in PGA golf, it was Vince Whaley who had to take a shot. He hit his ball just slightly into a water hazard or outside of on some mud, basically. And as he got ready to settle in, they looked into the pond, and you can see right above just about 8 feet away, the gator was staring down his man, but Whaley got in there with no shoes on, dug in and chipped it out. Wasn't a great chip, but man, that alligator was watching him just feet away. It was a really wild scene in golf with the gator ready to pounce on his man. He wasn't going to go after him, but what a scene that was. Terrell, he said, because it was all the, you know what, Terrell, I would say there was certainly bad teams, but also the interleague play, I think, interleague, you know, what's called in NFL, interconference play yesterday, right? There were a lot of interconference games. I think those turned out to be some of those you talked about. Sports Money here today. Good morning to Sports Money. And we'll see you tonight for the game. Look, we got a good game, I think, here for Monday Night Football because of the Jaguars really coming on right now and doing an incredible job here getting their season back together. There were some injuries there yesterday. We saw the Raiders punter there get injured. No Bucky Irving yesterday. We'll see what his status is. Coming back as well. Okay, let's get ready and get a move on here with the show and get ready for our baseball today. Game 1, LA leading the Phillies 1-0, Milwaukee leading the Brewers 1-0, and man, yesterday Vladimir Guerrero with that grand slam. He's really come through big time in the series as Toronto got that win there, as the Jays pummeled the Yankees again. Will Warren was getting neck sprains there, watching home runs that he served up 4 home runs. In the Mariners win over the Tigers, Jorge Polanco had a couple of home runs in that one. All right, good morning. Timothy Hawk and Blue is here. He had the Patriots last night, plus those points. All right. Hey, everyone, you can get more plays from me here, including, hey, I had some overnight action and swept the board. Hopefully you were with me for a little bit of ATP and WTA action. It just took 3 overnight matches, but we did sweep them with Antonia Ruzic over Magda Linette. We had Rinderknecht over Zverev plus 3.5 games, and we had Lerner Tien over Cam Norrie. So we swept the board in overnight action last night, and we did go 3-2 in those NFL premiums there as well. In fact, you can go over to winnable.com/Ramon and get these plays for yourself. In fact, I want you to hang on in the chat because someone is going to be able to, win Ramon's plays if you'd like. And you can do that by just hanging in the chat and make a comment in the chat, and we'll enter you into a little drawing where I give away 1 month of subscription here. And I thought the plays were pretty good yesterday and in the tennis overnight as well. So what happens when you go over to winnable.com, it kind of looks like this, and you'll see some of the, not always, doesn't always work. I think they said it's beta, but try to enter it in so that you'll see the results of each package that I send out. And you can see here, there's that overnight tennis with the 3 winners. You see the W there at the Win Club showing you that we won. We also had the NFL. There's the winners there with the Patriots, the Bucks, and the Cowboys there over the Jets we had as well. And we didn't win them all, but see there how it works over at the Win Club. So check me out over at winnable.com, and you can see the results kind of just about in real time as they get graded, and the winners come up there in the green, as I used to say, and I'm saying it again. So check me out over at winnable.com. Use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off those premium pick packages. All right. Thank you, gang. Really appreciate you listening to that. And we'll get ready for the action here. I think we've got enough of you in here to start with the previews. Like I said, not enough here. And by Max says, where's the soccer today? It's Monday. Really could use some soccer here, but we're on an international break here. Let's go to the games tonight and start in the major leagues here with the Dodgers on the road, taking on the Phillies, and Blake Snell going up here against Jesus Luzardo. For Snell, he comes in here with a 2.37 ERA, 1.2 whip, 223 batting average against for Snell. And man, the Dodgers looking good. It seems like the bullpen troubles, and I wanted to make a point of it, seems like those are long gone here right now with the Dodgers. It feels like they've fixed everything immediately. And not only that, you get a little day off after the first game. Like I said, I think it's a little bit of an unfair schedule. A team like the Dodgers totally benefits from the day off, I think, in comparison to the Phillies here. For Luzardo, 15-7, 3.92 ERA, 1.2 whip, 240 batting average against for Luzardo. For the Dodgers here, they do come in on an 8-game winning streak. They've won 6 straight on the road. They've still lost 10 of the last 14 to the Phillies. Phillies have won 15 of their last 20 at home, and they've won 4 of their last 6 games overall. But, man, these Dodgers, you got to figure Freeman's got a good matchup against Luzardo. Teoscar's got a good matchup against Luzardo. Could Teoscar do it again here in game number 2? Let's hear from you when the Dodgers take on the Phillies, leading 1-0 here in the best of 5 NL Division Series. Let's go to the chat, and I want to hear from the folks and see how you guys go with this one. And here come the plays from the chat all-stars. There's Tariq. Nice to have you in the chat today. Tariq likes the Dodgers. Blue likes, let's see here. He likes the Brewers and the Dodgers. I think is what he likes right there. I think that's it for Blue. Also, Terrell says Ohtani, he needs the rest, right? Blue says Luzardo is not very good. Robert's on the Dodgers. Timothy Hawk says, Snell has been very, very solid, and he's been, guy's been more than solid, hasn't he? With his last four starts, an ERA just over 1 coming in. Dodgers have hitting pretty well. Got to figure the Luzardo at home, an ERA over 4 this season, and the Phillies bullpen. They haven't fixed it up like the Dodgers. It doesn't feel like necessarily here right now. So let me see what any more comments here, and I'll make my play in this one. All right. Yeah, not much else from you guys there. Hey, I'm on the under here in this one with the Dodgers and the Phillies. Give me the under tonight in this one. All right, and the other game here in the National League on Monday is the Cubs taking on the Brewers, and yes, a 1-0 lead here for Milwaukee as they smashed in Game 1. And well, the matchup isn't awful here for the Dodgers in this one tonight with Imanaga going up here against Alan Ashby, and all of a sudden Ashby shows up in the starting rotation. Now they will eventually move here to Quinn Priester after Ashby starts, but Ashby's been hot when he's been in there. He's a reliever for sure. This is only his second start as an opener this season, but he's had no runs allowed in his last 16 innings, hasn't given up any home runs either. Here of late, the numbers are really, really solid for Alan Ashby as an opener. He'll probably go about 2 innings or so, it really feels like today, and then maybe Priester gets in there for 3 or more. We'll see what the score is before they cast it off. But the thing for Ashby coming into this game, maybe one of the best lefty relievers in baseball this season outside of Aroldis Chapman. Since August 30th, Ashby has a 1.65 ERA, no home runs allowed, 19 strikeouts in those 16 innings. He hasn't given up a run at home in 16 innings as well. So I think you'll see him in there. Then you'll see Quinn Priester come into the game at that point for Imanaga here. Does come in with a 3.75 ERA, 9.96 the whip, 218 batting average against. We know that Priester was awesome in his starts as far as the Brewers winning, and Ashby's not going to get the decision here, so that could still continue that kind of streak that Priester has had this season with the Brewers winning in his starts. For the Brewers here, they do come in right now having won 5 of their last 7 at home. The Cubs have lost 5 straight on the road despite winning 5 of their last 7 overall. 7 of the last 10 meetings between the two teams have gone over, including 4 of the last 5 games on the road. And the Cubs have gone under in 4 of their last 5 overall coming into this one. All right, I'm taking the Milwaukee Brewers here as my pick. I'm taking the Brewers to take a 2-0 lead. Really got to like what I see today, I think, from the matchups against Imanaga. I think that's where I'm going to kind of focus on with the Brewers. I think they have some guys here who have had some decent success off of Imanaga. You got Perkins in there. He's looked pretty good. You got Contreras in the 3 spot. Great matchup for him today. Also, I'd look to Ortiz and Christian Yelich as well today. For the Cubs, I think you can look to Suzuki for sure in the 4 slot today, and Dansby Swanson in the 8 hole, or we'll see what the lineup is like. But I would think those 2 guys are good to go. Some of these guys have a good matchup. Horner, Kelly against Priester, but I think the matchup is a little bit better for the Brewers with, as I mentioned, those hitters, but also Andrew Vaughn. Let's go to the chat here in this one. Cubs and Brewers tonight. All right, Nasty Nate likes the Patriots. So he had the Patriots to win on the money line. in that great game over the Bills last night. Jimmy likes the Brewers, D-Money over the Dodgers. Timmy the Ox says Brewers Cubs to go over. Robert likes the Brewers and the over as well. D-Money's on the Brewers. Blue says give him the Dodgers and a Nerfy and the, I think, Dodgers money line. Tariq on the Brewers here. Terrell says Imanaga and those numbers there against Milwaukee, not great. And Bryce Terang's been hot, he says, there in that 2-hole. And Tariq says Brewers $1.30 already here now this morning, even higher. I'm showing right now a draft at offshore up to about $1.34 here right now. Man, we got to update that for sure. If we're going to take the Brewers here, they're taking the action over the Cubs here on Monday night. And it will be the Philly game first at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific, followed by the Brewers game at 9 p.m. Eastern and 6 Pacific. So 2 baseball games today. All right, let's move on to Monday Night Football with a strong game here for sure, with the Chiefs taking on the Jaguars. A couple weeks ago, wasn't so sure this would be a good game on Monday night, but it is right now, especially with the Chiefs coming in here, a 3.5-point favorite, total 45.5, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are the team that's 3-1 right now, not the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are just 2-2 coming into this game, so maybe on the road, the Chiefs will maybe dig into their bag of reputation a little bit here in the game. I feel like, I mean, the Jaguars are playing pretty good here, and the Chiefs, well, they've been okay, but they already have a couple of losses coming in. Kansas City's actually failed to cover in 12 of their last 18 games overall, dating back to last season. Jacksonville, meanwhile, has covered 5 of their last 6 games. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Jacksonville's gone under in 5 of their last 6 games at home. And Kansas City, 4-1 against the spread, their last 5 against Jacksonville. Remember a famous game back a couple years ago in 2022, and they played a playoff game, and Chiefs were at home against Jacksonville, and Mahomes went down in that game, returned in the second half, and led Kansas City to a 27-20 victory in that one. And, well, they're going to have to lay points on the road here. And I don't know if that's such a great idea, the way things are going right now for the Jags. They're looking pretty good. I like some of the personnel in this game for Jacksonville as well, including Travis Etienne. I think people have been putting him on the fade train a little bit too long here. We've seen basically so far this season Travis Etienne have 2 of his best 4 games over the last couple of years. The game against Carolina where he had 143 yards, and the game last week against San Francisco with 124 yards is practically dominated. I'll say it. Dominated in that game with 124 yards on 19 carries. And he's off to a terrific start. People have been fading ATN, and he might be the man to have the big game, it feels like, here today against Kansas City. I'm actually down a little bit on Mahomes. I might even be down a little bit on Worthy. Worthy is expected to play despite having shoulder and ankle injuries coming here that forced him out of action for a couple of weeks, but he came back last week and had a big day with 121 yards of total offense in the win there, 37-20 over Baltimore. So we'll see if Worthy can get on track here on the road, but I don't have a lot of positive guys that I'm playing here tonight. I'm going to have to look pretty deep. Maybe I can go to Kelsey here tonight for the Chiefs. I know that sounds a little bit square, but I don't know. I think it might be on Jacksonville here. Give me the Jags tonight, plus 3.5 points for sure. I'm on the Jacksonville Jaguars here tonight. All right, let's take a look and see what you guys have in the chat. Show's practically over here. Jimmy likes the under 47, a little minus money. He does like Worthy anytime touchdown. Here's Chosen One. He has an ATD on Strange, and I like it. For a touchdown tonight at plus 320. Chosen One says take the yards over as well. there. I think, is that for Strange? There's Justin in the chat. Good morning to Justin. Here's Chosen One. He likes Washington. Pardon me, over here this week. See if we can get Parker Washington to bust out a little bit here this week. ATN anytime touchdown for Justin. He's ready to go. Terrell liking Pacheco here over 28.5 yards. I'd say I'm neutral on Pacheco and Hunt. Justin says he likes Travis Hunter anytime touchdown. I got to be honest with you. In fact, I think my favorite play on the props tonight will be on Travis Hunter. I think people have overlooked Hunter here. Well, I wouldn't say overlooked. Obviously, with his projections, he's basically finished, under in his props all season so far. But I feel like now that he's down to probably his lowest numbers, and the fact that Coach Cohen basically said the snap count for Hunter here is as we go. To me, that sounds like maybe this could be the week for a little bit of breakout. We'll see. I kind of want to play Travis Hunter here while everyone's kind of getting off. It feels like they're getting off of him a little bit. Now, I thought the price was okay for him. Obviously, he's getting kind of buried here behind Thomas and also De'Ami Brown, who's been terrific. But Brown is coming in off of a shoulder injury last week. How much action he'll get in here? He is expected to be WR2 for sure in the game. But maybe because of Brown, maybe Hunter gets the action there. We're mentioning Parker Washington, so there's every possibility that Washington could get some other action. And it looks like my man Tim Patrick is going to be left out tonight. I don't know, Patrick. He might get a catch or two tonight. But all right, Tariq says he likes the Chiefs there with the, but not with the hook. So maybe he buys it down to 3 or lays the money line. AOD is here today. Good morning to AOD. Justin likes Patrick Mahomes to throw a pick. He also likes the Phillies tonight, does Justin. And they said, SF Niner, you must be new to betting. They don't have no idea what SF Niner's been through in his betting career. Justin says Freddie Freeman over his total bases. I got to like Freeman today. Is probably my top play in the Dodger game for the props. And SF Niner likes Luzardo to go over. And Jimmy, thanks a lot. The show's practically over. I'm just we'll go over a few WNBA picks here. I think we have a few. SF Niner says Lawrence to throw a pick. AOD, he might be a little behind us. He says Patriots win. Broncos win. Wow. All right. And a few more here. Justin says it will be the night for Hunter. SF Niner liking Brown tonight. I'm kind of neutral on him here. I don't know if I can find anybody really like in this Kansas City lineup. I'm going to be a little frozen on the props here. See if I can get something together. See if any of these numbers can shake out for me. All right. I guess that's it. Oh, Juju over the reception, says SF Niner. I've kind of got a little bit of fade on Juju here tonight. And Terrell thinks Henry's on the decline and says without Lamar, it's been bad for the Ravens. Yep, maybe they will come back once they get healthy here. All right, let's cruise on into a little bit of WNBA and see if we got some winners for tonight in this card, in the NBA, sorry. In this card tonight, I've got a couple plays for you here right now. We'll look at the lines. I think we have the lines as well, but take a look here, the Bucks and the Heat, where I like to go under here in this one at 218 with Milwaukee taking on Miami tonight. My play here on the show is going to be on the under. Preseason, just kind of basing these on little bit of numbers, a little bit of news, try to find out what we can here, at least anyway, with who might be in or who might be out. But I've got the under here with Milwaukee and Miami at 218. Atlanta and Houston here. Did go with another under here at 223.5. This one's definitely a little bit hotter here. Maybe Houston, will we see? Maybe Thompson maybe gets a little bit of run in there. Houston, I think they got to kind of work on their chemistry a little bit with their newer lineup, if you will. So maybe they'll have a little bit of motivation to look a little better here. Detroit and Memphis. I don't have anything here yet. We'll see. Detroit laying 2.5 at versus Memphis here. And also the Spurs. I believe this is actually at home or in San Antonio anyway, with the Guangdong Lions of the CBA coming to take on the Spurs. Spurs with 35-point favorites. I'm not getting involved there, but I do have a couple plays here with Dallas and the Thunder here in this one. I'm taking Dallas here tonight. This game's being played in Fort Worth. I'll be on Dallas here. They are favorite, I believe, now. Let's check these NBA lines here real quick. They're up to 3 even is Dallas tonight. So I do have Dallas and one late one here where I'll be taking Toronto. This one's being played in Vancouver. I say lay 1.5 points with Toronto tonight in the NBA preseason. Tomorrow, NHL starts their season tomorrow, and just moments ago we are seeing a move on the under, and maybe our first steam move of the season here, seeing a move on the under. Let's see if I got it right. Nope. Hold on tomorrow's games here. Chicago and Florida, Pittsburgh and Rangers, Avalanche and the Kings. I would just leave it at that right now. We got to have some content tomorrow for Tuesday. We'll have baseball as well. So thank you for joining me here on the Morning Steam Show.
It's your boy, Mikey Money. I'm inviting you to join the Sports Money crew on Winnable. Get all of our premium best bet selections.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays sent straight to your phone right when you need them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, get more action from me. Hey, hopefully give you some winners here, but you can get more late action from me over at winnable.com. When you use the promo code STEAM at checkout, that'll save you 20% off those premium pick winners. We swept the board there in the tennis last night, so please check me out over at winnable.com. Let's do the drawing here right now. Someone's going to win those plays for free if they'd like. If you do win, just use the promo code WINNER at checkout. Sign up for a month. You won't be charged unless you want to be, but when you use the promo code WINNER at checkout, you'll get your free subscription. I know who you are. Let's go to the drawing today and see who wins. Timothy, Blue, Nicholas, Justin, Lambo, Tariq, and the winner is Timothy Hawk. Jimmy, it's Jimmy. Jimmy, I'll put yet another month on your subscription. Man, you're rolling here with the wins. Thanks a lot for all your information in the chat as well. You do a great job as chat all-stars. That's going to do it for the morning steam. Thank you to everybody in the chat, and we'll be back tonight. Also want to remind everyone I'll actually be back here in a few hours at 3:15 Eastern, 12:15 Pacific, and we'll preview Week 9 of the Dana White's Contender Series card. 5 matchups here for Tuesday night as part of our live coverage on Tuesday of Dana White's Contender Series. But we'll preview those fights today live at 3:15 Eastern, 12:15 Pacific, or you can catch it underneath the Lives tab. Also tonight, in conjunction with Razor Sharp Picks, we'll have coverage of the Monday Night Football game between the Chiefs and Jaguars, and I'll be there for the action and hopefully get some prop winners and keep the roll going. But I feel like the defense is coming through tonight. All right, gang, that's going to do it. Appreciate you being here with me, and I'll see you either at however you want me. I'll see you at either 3:15 Eastern, or maybe there tonight also at 8, a little before 8, maybe 7:45 Eastern. And for the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
We make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steal. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.